Rex here. Just got a bath with mommy, and he's all beautiful and so happy, isn't it, baby? Isn't it, baby? So, subject of today, these beautiful pets that we have with that, our, you know, animals of company, like members of our family. They are sent to us, like, these guys angels, because they're always loyal to us. They are always sincere to us. They don't judge us, they don't hate us, they don't have any resentment against us, whatever we do to them. They always come to us and always give us the love that we need. you know and I've spoken about this. They don't know the difference between, if either you're black, you're white, or if either you're poor or rich, or if ever you're homeless or you've got a beautiful house, or if you got food for it or not. It always gonna be, near you, and always, giving you all the love that you need, you know. So these beautiful pets, they are, like our best friends in life, and we need to cherish them and give them, the love back, all the love that they gave us, and these beautiful little, souls, because they got a soul, and they got thoughts as well. There are people who communicates with spirits, the animal spirits, and know what they're thinking, what how they're feeling, in what emotional states. Sometimes they do feel sadness, they know when there's something wrong, and they can feel, even your sadness, and they can feel, right in advance, and they have premonitions of things sometimes happening as well. you know there's a sickness happening in a family, they will know about it, or if there is bad weather coming, they will sense it, or if there is a death coming in the family, they can sometimes even know about it. So yes, what a beautiful energy. This is a Pomeranian that I've got, and his name is Rex. I'm gonna leave, let him down and do his own little things, and I'm gonna talk to you about, you know, the power of these little pets that we've got near us, and that we are maybe not aware of. These little pets, like dogs and especially cats, and other pets, they have like special powers. They can feel energy more than we can feel energy ourselves, because they have extra sensorial visions, like, ultralight visions, and UV light, senses, and they can, easily detect, energies, and they can see the forms, they can see the energy, and they are the best detectors of if either an energy around you is a good one or is a bad one. Sometimes, we do have, the dogs barking with, when sometimes someone comes home, and you don't even know what's going on, but the dog is barking and doesn't like that person, especially, that just came in your house. Because the dog or the cat can sense the energy of the person, and already know that that person has bad intentions, towards you, and they can easily read, the energy of that person, so, and they can easily know as well if someone is good, because if they are, turning around playful, that they like these kind of energies, so, and if they run away, so be careful of the person, because it sure is an indication of that, that might be a bad one. So yeah, so these animals are really, they are very, 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 like, clairvoyant, and they can see things, more, 1,000 times more than we can see things, with our own physical eyes, because they have like, the UV, ultraviolet visions, and they can see all the energies and all the forms, around the person, all our auras. They can see everything, so they can sense, even, if there are bad energies, or bad entities in the house. They can, they can sense them. So watch, their reactions, when, you see your pet, like, standing still or watching something, and, just, standing still and watching that something, watching a wall, watching an object, or watching a space, a corner, the space, or watching someone's, sometimes, the way they watch the person, you can feel, that some things is going on. So watch the the feeling, how your pets are reacting, if they got like strange reactions, suddenly, yeah, you know that there's something going on, that they sense, that they have seen things, that they are seeing things, that, we can't see, you know. And if they become like aggressive, or if they run away, or if the dog is barking, or the cat is, crying loudly, or, that, they have seen something bad and they don't like it, they don't like it. But know that, our pets, protects us, they won't allow any energy to, harm us or attack us. So they will always be like a guardians, guardians, and they won't allow these energies, to reach us, to do any harm to us. So they always stand by, and watching the energies, what's their intentions are about. So be aware of, the reactions, sometimes, how your pets are, behaving, sometimes, uh, they have really strange reactions, and, because, something odds is really going on. So, which is, what's the best way of, having a ghost detector, like having a pet, you know, a friendly, a friendly member of the family, who's always, gonna let you know what's going on, if there's something odd in your house, and, and let you know, that there's something that should be done to, for that, particular energy to, to go away, to clear your space. And what about children? That children, they do see energy as well, because, children, when they just return, from the spirit world, so they still have the memory of everything from the spirit world, from the source, so they still, are very, very sensitive to energy. So they can sense and they can see them, until the age of 7, they can still, and sometimes beyond the age of 7, they got, the ability of, seeing spirits, and, the parents have trained them, encouraged them to, to deal with these spirits. They can still, continue, having the gifts, in their teenage years, or maybe adult years as well. Some, of course, are born with that gift. They are born like psychics or mediums. That's through generation and passing on the gifts. But, if you encourage, if you see your child behaving in a certain way, don't discourage the child. Just ask the child. It's just some child, they like talking with, imaginary friends. I was talking always to myself when I was young, so, you have to encourage the child, whom are you talking to, and, if it's a, beautiful energy, or maybe a child, who is lost, or maybe an angel, who knows, or you can, work out with your child what the child is seeing, and if it's a child, who's lost, who just, lost the mom, who is lost, doesn't know what's, where to go, you can talk to your child, and, and guide your child what to say to that spirit, maybe, show them, or tell them to go to the light, you know or even sometimes angels, children see angels sometimes in fairies, so these all these beautiful energies, light energies, but be aware that children sometimes do see bad things as well. If you see your child, acting strangely, or getting very scared, when they enter some places, and you see, that the child is crying, or doesn't, or very scared, or doesn't want to see specific corners of the house, they went into. So be aware that this child is seeing, like negative energies or entities. So just gently, try to calm the child, and it's good, just to take the child away, because it's not good, for the child to see, these, malevolent, energies, because the child knows that these are the bad ones, and they are scared, and they start to cry, and they are really scared, and they don't like what they are seeing, you know and yes, so these beautiful children, so don't discourage them. And children, are the best detectives as well of who's got, good energies and who's got the bad energies. When you see your child, reacting, and doesn't like certain person, that the child has already sensed, because they see the auras around the people as well, and knows the energy. So you'll know that your child, is already, giving you a hint of what type of person, you're talking to. And if the child is, playful with some kinds of energy, so you know that, that person is of beautiful energies, and because, your child is giving you a hint that this person is of really beautiful energies. So yes, and sometimes, we do, I'm talking some children who's got like autism, or any disease, or kinds of, ADHD, or I don't know what kind of disease, disability, and we think, that these kids, they are not good. They are brain damaged. They are not brain damaged at all. These children, they are like crystal children, and they come from, dimensions, higher dimensions, and they got visions of, of energy that, far above anyone, and they can sense really, energy, really, as the energy is, that's why they act in a certain way, and they are quite in their own world sometimes, because they can't adapt to this world. This world is not their world, because from the dimension they come, it's a dimension of love, and they can't fit in this world. It's very difficult for them to adapt to us, in this on this plane. But know that if they came here, it's to teach, to teach us lessons, maybe for the parents, who's got, children of autism. Maybe they were there to teach the parents, compassions, and maybe patience, and love, unconditional love, care, you know. So all these type of things, acceptance as well, and non-judgmental as well, But these kids, they are, oh, if you only knew how, how these kids have superpowers, and great abilities of, of great psychic abilities, and and great mediumship, because they are the great, they have the greatest powers of sensing really energies, and what's really going on. So don't judge, don't look at a child, which has autism, with weird eyes, because you don't even know, because that child is a superhero, in the dimension, that child comes from, and they have the highest abilities, the highest consciousness, and the highest intelligence. Their intelligence is so high that they can't adapt to this, stupid, intelligence of us here. They can't adapt to us. So yes, be aware of all these kinds of children, and yes, even people with, even kids with disabilities, they, they all have, they are ahead of us, because they come here, because we've all, the conditions they accepted to come here, with all these preconditions, they accepted, to live their life as such, so they are ahead of us because they already paid, for whatever was, they already, ahead of us, and when these kids, will cross over, they'll be, in the arms of God itself, you know, because these kids are really, 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 really wonderful ones, that we are not to judge at all. Here we go, and hopefully this little video has helped you, and will make you aware of, how, we have little detectives around us, just, be conscious and aware of this, like little pets aware detectives, ghost detectives, friendly ghost detectives around us, like, little pets, that we have at our place, all the time, and even little child, little children, they can, be great detectives of, seeing energies, spirits, ghosts, entities, or whatsoever. I'm leaving you for now, and I'm wishing you a great day and a great night, wherever you are. Namaste from me, and I'm leaving you on this little image of my angel here. I don't know if you can see my little angel, but I love my little angel here. Here you go, and for now, kiss and love from me. See you soon.